Test, test, test. Okay, I'm back. And thanks for everybody for joining the stream tonight. Appreciate it. We're getting started a few minutes late. Kind of waiting for another person to show up, but I think we're going to continue and start anyway. I have somebody else that has joined, so we're going to fit him into the role of playing the warrior. Alright, is everybody here?
I'm here. I'm here.
Alright, it looks like we got Rhiannon's here. Lorimar's here. Ark's playing Lorimar. Gim's here. And Oxy. I need you to have a mic, man. If you don't have a mic and a headset, it's not going to work.
I got the mic, dude.
Okay. What's up?
Not much.
Alright. And you are going to be playing Aerith again, correct?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Well, that is going to leave our warrior is going to be open tonight. So Baron is going to be played by Scandroid. If you're up to playing a level 4 warrior.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, cool. I will add you to the character sheet real quick, and you'll be ready to go. Alright, there you go. You should be able to edit him and everything else. Everything, the character sheets and good enough detail to where you can pretty much see everything on the sheet without having to open up a ton of PDFs and everything. So alright, so we are here on the main island, on the plateau. We are just getting across the water. Chris had used his swimming skills and to get everybody's gear across the water. So let's go ahead and somebody would like to give a brief recap on what happened last week. We are now at the top of the central plateau. Anyone?
Well, we didn't necessarily do a whole lot last week, but we
Across the bridge.
yeah, we picked up from the island that we were sitting at after the pirates. We sailed north up the river and to where the river split. We exited the boats and stored the boats off to the side. We did a little bit of tracking to see kind of where we were and look around. We found some tracks for a two-legged reptilian type beast is what it appeared that was going off to the northwest that we chose not to pursue. We continued to the east towards the bridge where we encountered some pterodactyl type flying creatures. Our unsuccessful attempt to cross the bridge at night led us to wait till the morning, so we fought those in the morning. We traveled across the bridge and found ourselves pursuing towards the elevation in the middle of the I guess the top of this area. And we traveled around a bit. We went around the chasm over to the east side of the plateau. Recamped and successfully did not disturb the treants that were there, and pursued our way towards the temple elevation. We climbed up the side, scouted out a little bit towards the town that was on the top of the elevation near the temple. It appeared to be about 50 people or so, which we chose to avoid. We traveled around the back of the map that we're looking at right now, where the little barrel is, and we constructed a raft and pulled all of our gear across the water to prevent the need to be obvious about entering the temple, and we landed on the little island there, and that's where we stopped.
That is correct. You are on Taboo Island. And I'll go ahead and start with a little bit of dialogue about this little island. So, as you guys know, I'm reading out of a converted PDF to the new D&D Next. So, I will stop from time to time, from time to time, and read some dialogue about each section and whatnot. So, this rocky island is dotted with small ruins, toppled statues, and broken terraces. A ruined temple is carved into the cliff on the island's western shore. Its broad steps descend to the waters of the lake. Two simple docks of narrow poles and weakening planking extend from the steps, which lead to a red marble landing lined with pillars of the same stone. Set on poles thrust into cracks into the floor of the landing are many shrunken heads, jawbones, feathered totems, and other fetishes. Several small canoes are tied to the docks. So this is basically where you're at, where the barrel is represented, and that's basically where the party is right now. There is still, you guys just spent all that time getting to the edge of the the island here, and now you got to deal with all these shrunken heads and everything, which shouldn't be too bad. But as you guys are on the edge of this island, you can actually see what looks to be a village over to your west. You kind of scout it out. They don't see you or anything. That's the village that has the 50 people. And it seems to be that you can count 5 huts, and then there are several huts out into the water, which are getting close to the actual Taboo Island itself. And this is... I'm going to uncover this area for you right here as well, so you can basically see what a glimpse of the actual island is between scouting it last week and also where you're positioned at now. This is basically what the village looks like. I mean, you can't really see the fishing pan or anything anything like that. You just basically see physical structures. And you are at the temple entrance. Well, you're not at the temple entrance. You're at the edge of the island. You've gotten across. As some modules stated, there's some shrunken heads out there, some other fetishes, crap hanging up on poles out there, and it's sort of like a deterrence to warn people about going into the temple. But I think you guys are a strong bunch, and I'm sure you folks want to delve into that temple, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. That's our reason for pursuing this path.
Well, before we go anywhere near those shrunken heads, I wanted to get out my spellbook and detect magic.
I think we should decide if we are killing the people inside. If we encounter anyone, do we just kill them, or do we want to tie them up?
Actually, when you guys are discussing this, you see a few. It's sort of like on a slope, and you're crouched down. Everybody's crouched down, and as you are facing the entrance to the temple, you see a few humanoids, which are real primitive-looking humans, sort of like a Neanderthal type of creature that has come out of the temple and is, doing a couple bows to the shrunken heads and whatnot. And they look totally different than the type of people that you had seen, scattered out the village there at number 28, which is actually Montu Village. They actually look totally different. So the Montu Village looks more like the islanders from the southern peninsulas that you had been to a couple days prior, and now that you see these Neanderthals, they look totally different. They have a different type of physique to them, sort of like a leaning over, hunching type of movement that they have. So you can definitely tell that they are not the same as the villagers in the huts over there.
Now, it's nighttime, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the sun had
it
just
was.
got down. So there are, a couple tiki torches out in front of the temple and all that good stuff. So you can actually see pretty good. They don't
I'm
see
worried
you,
that
but you can see them.
that if we start killing them, the
No,
people.
no. If they're innocent, we can't go killing them.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not even trying to determine that yet. We
Oh.
just need to watch them for a little while and see what they do. If I had to guess, from the stories that we received from the other villagers, they did say that a different race came in and took over this area, and I'm beginning to wonder if the folks in the village are some kind of slave or, it's some kind of slave workforce, and these are the guys that are actually running the temple.
Well, it doesn't seem that these are very bright or powerful, so I doubt that.
Yeah, well,
So you don't have to be smart to enslave people.
We don't want to go charging in. They might be protective of it too. So needless fight necessarily.
Yes.
Really
Right.
quick. Oh, as a priest, do I see any kind of religious symbols on the temple or anything that would lead me to see who they're worshiping?
Actually, yeah, seeing that Wizards has sacked your religious lore skill for the time being, you can actually, I'm going to keep your skills and everything for now until they actually come out with something. Yes, you can actually tell that this is some kind of shamanism, like an early stage of religion. Nothing as complex as, the gods of Tyr or Loth or anything like that. But yes, you definitely know this is a shamanism type of, looks like a shamanistic type of religion, especially with the shrunken heads and the other trinkets and whatnot that are surrounding the entrance.
Okay. Well, guys, it doesn't look like they're very advanced or not, based on who they're worshiping.
Yeah, it seems
Okay,
they're
so-
worshipping nature spirits, right? Is that what shamanism is?
Yeah, something like that.
But, I mean, to be on the safe side, I want to get my spellbook out, though, and do a detect magic on the area.
Do you have any items or anything that have not been identified, or everything has been identified, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, we've got everything identified.
Yeah, you don't. What do you do? A 15-minute ritual, right? You don't see anything that's magical.
No, detect magic is just, it's instant, and I can see a glow around anything magical in
so
the area.
you're actually using one of your spells per day on it then.
No, it's a ritual. I just have to have my spellbook out.
Well, ritual's 15 minutes, so.
It's an
It
instant.
changes by spell.
Oh, does it really? All right.
It's a one action concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. Now there's
I can-
there's
for the
nothing
dir-
magical around. You don't detect anything. There's no type of magical auras on any of the items or anything like that. You don't detect
just
any
one-
magic at all.
Well, I tell the all clear then, and we figure out. I guess now we figure out what we're doing.
So what are they doing? The guys that have come out and
How's everybody in
kneeled
the
before
chat
the
tonight?
temple?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so they've kneeled down in front of it. I mean, we're going to keep watching them. Do they do anything else?
It's not timed or anything like that. It's more they just come out, look around, make sure the coast is clear. It looks like they're scouting out the island there.
Okay. So, whatever it is, they're expecting. I mean, as remote as these guys are, it seems a little bit odd. There's a there's a scout.
You guys will kind of carry on amongst yourselves, scout around the fringes a little bit. And about 15 to 20 minutes later, another couple of the Neanderthal type of humanoids come out of this temple, and they climb into one of the canoes, and they start to paddle very slowly towards that little village to the west. About 5 minutes goes by, you hear some screams, sounds to be a little bit of fighting, and then it goes silent. And then about
All right, let's.
5 minutes after that, the Neanderthals get off the boat. They have, looks to be somebody bound, and they're walking them into the temple. And it looks
Yeah,
to be
now it's
as
time to
if
stop
one
them.
of the
Yeah, we can't let this happen.
one of the actual
Yeah,
villagers.
I have a feeling they are about to feed it to something.
Sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Mm,
they could not.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah. If they're bound, I doubt they're gonna just tea party whatever. It's probably
Okay.
bad.
we need to start the engagement with something that's not going to miss.
Yeah, not me. I pass.
So I don't have a
Mhm.
problem charging in.
How
but
many
we
ranged weapons do we have?
I can, well, I have magic. I can explode the bad guys and leave the innocent bystander alone.
Yeah, that's
So-
what we're looking for.
Yeah, I
wolves.
just I have a longbow, but I'm not too sure how good I am with it. So
And there's two guys, right? In the canoe.
Correct. There are two.
I could also use Sacred Flame, which it might miss, but if it does miss, it's not going to hit the bound people.
There's only
Uh,
one bound person, right?
Just one. It's a male.
Okay, what's the range on any of your spells where you can be sure that you're not going to hit this person?
Well, I mean, I have the ability to exclude him from the spell.
Right, but I'm saying how close do we have
So-
to get?
Yeah, let's say the boat sinks. We're fucked. The guy dies and drowns, so maybe it's not the best idea.
Well, I thought we were waiting until after they got out of the boat. before we
Right, they're
attacked.
getting out of the boat. They're going to come onto land, and we're going to attack. So we just need to figure out how close we need to be.
For sound burst,
Alright. I think the melee guys should be closer.
that would be
If we miss, you engage.
50 feet. I have a range of 50 feet on my sound burst.
Okay, and sound burst is going to pretty much let everybody know we're here, because that's supposed to also, like,
Yeah,
pretty
that
loud.
No horn of blasting like in the other group.
No.
That's my horn of blasting right there. Aside from that, I don't really have anything
Okay, how far
really,
is
really
burning
long
hands?
range. I have to be right in their faces, basically.
Okay.
And then I need to be 25 feet for Sacred Flame, so they got to be kind of close. But
okay, I mean I guess I could take a shot with my longbow if need be too.
I need one.
No, that's
saving, y'all.
too risky. If you miss, you might hit the villager.
I mean, I don't know what you guys want to do.
I'm putting together something really quick. I didn't think you guys were going to jump these two guys, so I need just a second to get this encounter ready, but no problem. I'm pretty much almost done anyway, so.
How big are these guys?
Come on, goddammit, roll 20. Shrink this fucking miniature.
No, they don't know we're here, so we could always just melee bum
Fuck.
rush them.
Goddamn about time.
They'll still be surprised, hopefully. Depending on how close we can get them to us.
Yeah, and I might need to save my spell, my spells for what comes next.
The problem might be how many are there. If they're controlling a village of 50 people, there's probably a lot inside. Or enough. I
The
don't
thing
know.
I'm worried about is these things seem primitive, right? But then what could they be serving inside that temple if they're just,
Yeah, they could
minions?
be. Yeah.
They're just the muscle. Yeah.
Mm,
Well, we could try to have a couple people split off and go onto one side while one person distracts them and see what their intentions are.
Sounds like a job for
distract
the rogue. It sounds like a job for the rogue, except if memory serves, he has terrible rolls.
yes. I wasn't here for those terror rolls. I'll do it, but yeah, be
It's just-
ready.
the funny thing is, he was having those problems before. The previous
Yeah.
player was having those problems.
It's
As
very
well.
funny, very funny. So I stealthily, hopefully, approach them and then what?
Hey, Dave, how close do you feel we can get to them before they would notice us?
They're actually blind and deaf.
Actually, the temple entrance is going to be more over here. Sorry about that. And the water is going to be over to the right side of the map, and they are taking this humanoid type of person up towards this temple, and now you guys are down here, and up above you it's sort of like a sloping hill going up, and they really cannot see you. But you could definitely get the surprise on them because they expect absolutely nothing.
Okay,
Let's
that's
just
what we'll
fuck them
do.
up.
We're just going to run in.
Alright.
We need to secure the prisoner as quickly as possible. So who
Me
is there?
and
Are
the...
they
Go ahead.
are they both carrying the prisoner or just one of them?
Just the one in the rear is kind of just pushing him along, sort of just like grunting.
Okay.
Alright,
So
so
we
me
need-
and the other guy with the bow, we take a shot and then the others go in. Okay?
Alright.
All right.
We ready?
Yeah, Baron. That is scan. That's going to be Baron's miniature on the left. So I just wanted to leave the names up for you. But the dwarf that has it on is obviously Gim. So his name is gone. But I will put his name back up there for now, so you kind of get familiar with the names. All right. So the Neanderthals are walking up towards the temple from the shore.
Okay, we both shoot at each other. How do you say this? I shoot one, he shoots the other one, right?
Yeah, I'll take a
Well,
shot at the one in the front.
Okay. Come on, 20, 15.
You're hitting AC 12.